Hello, 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 hello! Welcome back! Welcome back! It's time for some Geek and Potato Soup with me, WulfricValerius. I know I have been away for the last, seems like forever. Wistful. But, all kinds of things have been happening here in the G&P house. So, yeah, I had a bit of a bad time with my mental health, so I had to take a step back for a bit, recharge my batteries, and get back to gaming level. And Phylum wants to say hello. Say hello, Dalek Dog. Say hello. See? There you go. Good boy. Here. Have a flying saucer. They're okay. I checked. Only one every so often. It's mostly wafer with a little sugar and some citric acid, bicarb, and yeah, sugar. So yeah, nothing in there that's poisonous. So yeah. Before I get any messages from animal welfare groups. Okay, yes, hello! Welcome back on this overcast looking Tuesday here in London. Yes, it's Tuesday, so it means it's Heroes of Hammerwatch Day. Heroes of Hammerwatch. I haven't played this for, well, since last time I was on, really. I think the last time I played, I had it, I'd started a new character, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was a, who was it? It was, Warlock, a Warlock, yes. I started a Warlock last time, because if you get the titles for different classes, you get buffs for each, well, for all of your heroes. So, yes, that's handy. Phylum thinks it's handy too. He's being quite loud today, isn't he? He's trying to get my attention. He thinks he's going to get another flying saucer, and they're going to start singing again. It happens at least once every time I'm on, doesn't it? Oh, I cannot wait until I move my studio from the hallway. When they're quite finished. I feel like I should have one of those conductor skills, you know, so I can... yeah. So, and I'm yawning again. It seems to be what I do. No, Phylum. Shush. Right, where was I? Yes, it seems I can't have a stream without them being loud. I'm going to try and ignore him for a bit. Yes, so last time I started a Warlock. That's where I'm going to pick up. I'm going to start with my Warlock. Every time I open my mouth, although not that time it seems. Also, everybody, I'll be doing a giveaway when I hit 10 subs, so do consider maybe upping that number, because then, yes, I will be holding a giveaway. most likely for a Steam voucher, so you can get yourself something game related of your choice. But yes, giveaway at 10 subs. Before I get started, I'm going to remind everybody that this channel is supported by Razer, Humble Bundle, and FatalGrips.com. If you go through my links below, at Razer, you will be supporting this channel while purchasing all your favourite gaming gear. Humble Bundle, if you purchase any of your usual bundles, your comics, your books, your games, or your subscriptions, you'll be supporting charities as well as this channel. And at FatalGrips.com, if you go to the checkout and use my exclusive code WulfricValerius, you'll get all your stuff for 10% off. And that's a pretty good deal. Right. I think I'm pretty ready to get going. Shall we get started? Just checking the boys there for a sec. Yeah, let's go. Let's start solo for a moment, so I can get back into it. Whoops. That's why I need to wander about for a bit on my own, because it's been a while since I've been here, so I need to relearn the keys again, because I have a memory like Swiss cheese. That's enough. Thank you, curious old bag. Yes, I have enough stars to do something. What do I have here? Hello there, Hibiscus Flower. Good to see you back in the chat. It's been a while, has it not? I'm just trying to pick something for my... Ooh, what's this? Stormlash. Yes, let's get something new. How am I? I'm alright. Very tired though. Very, very tired. Ever since yesterday at Herne Bay. All that crouching as Spider-Man really takes it out on your thighs. So I am on fire today, physically. How are you doing? How are things where you are? What should I do with this? Let's see. What's it? Summon a gargoyle? Yes, let's do that. Let's upgrade that gargoyle. Let us also... What's that? Do that too. 3 stars, 5 stars. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, yes, good. Let's use all my stars. You good? You were there. Didn't see me. Ah, I was the one in the yellow jacket. So I don't know, cause and I pressed the wrong button again. I was wearing the yellow Midtown blazer. And you see, in real life, I'm quite yeah, I don't recognize people. So, and plus I had a very slim field of vision. So, I may have seen you, and also not realised. So, because, well, this is why my avatar here is a potato. Because I am a bit of one. But yes. It was a good day though, wasn't it? It was a good one. What am I going to take into the thing with me? Let's take the scarab again. I like taking that with me. Yeah, it was a really good troop. And I'm really glad that the weather held off, because that would have been terrible. Kept threatening rain, but gladly it only spat a little. And I would have been quite... I don't know, I was wearing wholly the wrong costume for that kind of weather. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good fun day. Right, what was I gonna pick here? Glass walks are a good one to pick. What else am I looking at? Let's pick... Yes, treasure hunt. Yes, we reduced attacks as well, I think. More potion charges. Gentle traps, I think. Now let's see if we can... More enemies doesn't bother me. No. That's fine. Relentless touch, no. Mini bosses, I don't mind that. Agile adversaries, yeah, I don't care if you're a bit quick. Sealed cracks, empty pockets. That's fine by me. Hanbei is always your favourite event. You're going to cosplay for anxiety. I understand the anxiety point. I really do. Especially if it's being a pest at that time as well. Because, you know, most of us know it comes and goes, doesn't it? It comes and goes in waves. But yes, out of curiosity, what would you have cosplayed if you went? I'm always intrigued to know. Okay, let's see what I can do on this run. Oh, let's have a let's see what. I did it again. Evasion, skill power, sphere. Yeah, let's just buy each of those. And 4 of each key. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll stick with regular at the moment because my made my... Yeah, it's hard because you plan to do things, I have great ideas, and then anxiety strikes down everything on... It strikes and everything's on hold. Might have just done Ghostbuster as your boy was his. Gonna do Hit Girl over Tim, working on Harley Quinn. Okay, so one of the good characters. Oh my god, right. Bear with me a second before I get started on this level. I'm gonna have to put my dogs into different places because they're gonna start making an awful racket again and be entirely distracting, so I'll be just a sec. I won't bother putting the BRB screen up either. I'll be just a mo. fingers crossed we won't have that racket again. Okay, so yeah, you had a good couple of costumes that you could have done, but oh well. Anxiety, you know, it's better to take care of your mental health and not put yourself under extra stress. There's no sense in, you know, trying to push yourself too much if it's gonna, you know, not be any fun for you and me at the end of the day. I really have to be careful with my warlock. I have to remember I can't just stand there and take hits from projectiles. Yeah. It was a good day just for catching up with folk, wasn't it? Had a good turnout. Both from Iconic Legion and in general. I mean, the other costumers who turned up, it was really good. And just the public. There was my parents came along. They came in early with us, and the queue was massive, wasn't it? I mean, they said that as they were going out the front gates to have a cigarette away from the school grounds, which is bad, kids. Don't smoke. They said that the queue was right around the corner, like right around the block, and then some. So really, really popular event, really popular, and that's brilliant. I cannot wait to hear how much our group raised for mine this weekend. I really cannot wait. It is really relaxed. It's really cool. And yeah, just wandering about, it's brilliant. Because no matter where you are, you know, the public's gonna see, and you know, there's no sort of formality even with them so much. They just, you know, they're quite forthcoming with their charitable donations, and you know, they're not too shy usually to come up and ask you for a picture if they'd like one. Just looking forward to seeing that figure. I'm quite excited to know, because I know by the end of the well, I wasn't even there the whole time because I had to come home and deal with my panicky dogs, but yeah, at least the donation tin that myself and my other half were carrying, it definitely got quite heavy, so fingers crossed everybody had the same success and it just tots up to a nice figure. It was quite a productive day. I'm really proud of everybody. And the costumes, not just our group, but all over the place. The standard was so high. It really, really was. Yeah, it would have been a lot better if there were extra tins to take about. That would have been so much more useful. But yeah, it was also really quite humid, wasn't it? So our Chewbacca, oh my goodness, he must have been absolutely roasting. And he was really like really enclosed in all that fur. There wouldn't have been a lot of airflow either, so yeah, absolutely roasting. Saw a male Harley Quinn. I think I spotted that guy too. If it was the same one, then yeah, I agree. It was really cool. I'm always a fan of gender bends, because it means that, you know, anybody can cosplay anyone that they enjoy the character of, you know? It just gives people more variety if they go ahead and do something like that. Which everybody should feel like they can do. And those who criticize it, they need to get a life. Because it's all just fun, really, isn't it? It's all just for a bit of fun. So everybody should be allowed to do what they feel like in that regard. Yeah, the whole heat thing. I mean, I was cooking, I know that, and I was in skin-tight spandex. So, anybody who is, like, really enclosed, like Chewie, the Space Marine, any of the Stormies, I mean, the things we all do for cosplay, right? It's just... suffer for the art. Suffer for the art. But it's worth it in the end. Especially when it's for charity. There's that extra, you know, that extra push to keep it together. For charity and for the kids who are watching. It's just worth it all round. It's always really fun to see kids' faces light up. All the high fives I got yesterday, not yesterday, sorry, yesterday was Monday, Sunday, the hugs, the high fives. I also didn't expect so many kids to take a hold of my hand during photos as well. I thought that was really sweet. It just shows that, you know, you might be a complete stranger inside the costume, but as far as they're concerned, you are that hero, and bless them, they trust you straight away. It's so cute. And at events like this, and you know, it's really sweet. And you just hope that nowhere down the line does anybody ever breach that trust, because it's so innocent. Love stuff like that to them, you know. Yeah, I know. It's really, really heartwarming to see kids believe in that sort of thing. It's, you know, just something simple as a costume, and you know, and then all of their, you know, everything in their imagination is suddenly alive in front of them, and you know, they believe, and it's really cute, really sweet. It's really important for kids. Just to have that wonder. Ooh, choice of items. What should I do? That one, and that one. Absoltelli. I see. I see. Yeah, you did spell it a little bit wrong, but you know, we all have our brain farts, don't we? Don't worry. I got, like, back at GCSE level, got top marks in my English language, and yet I constantly cock up my spelling, so don't worry about that. Happens to the best of us. Lost the ability to spell for a moment. I know, right? Have you ever had those times when, you know, you go to spell a word, you're certain you spelled it right, but you're looking back at it on the page or on the screen and it just doesn't quite look right to you. I have those days quite a lot. It's like, I swear I've spelled that right, but it looks weird. There are a couple words like that. It's like, I'm always second guessing my spelling of the word necessary. You know, and even right now I couldn't tell you. I tried to come up with a way to remember. But, is it one C or two C's and one S, or two S's and one C? Because I came up with an analogy involving shirts, but now I can't even remember which one. Because it's either one collar, two sleeves, or I don't know. Give me a second. I have to check this because it's gonna bother me. Let's see. Looking up. What just poisoned me? Something just poisoned me. That was weird. Necessary. Yeah, it's one collar, two sleeves. So Necessary. One collar, two sleeves. I have to remember that and not get confuse the C with cuffs, because that's where I get confused. I think two cuffs, one shirt. No, one collar, two sleeves. Yeah, I'm gonna have a flying saucer. But yeah, one collar, two sleeves are necessary for a shirt. So that's that. Solve that mystery. Right, being careful not to die. Trying not to die. Using up all my mana. I really don't want to, because this is a warlock class. I don't want to be left without any mana, or I'm going to be screwed. Right. Avoid the spike traps. Lower mana. At least I'm not low on health. That's the important part. And I walked into a spike trap. How smart of me. Good. Right. Woo, what am I doing? Ah! No. I really have to get some Febreze and spray the upstairs. The dog's knocked all their water bowls over and it's gotten into the carpet and it hasn't dried properly, so it all smells all... You know that old wet smell? Like, you know, if you've ever taken something out of your washing machine and forgot to hang it up and it goes a bit stale smelling. Yeah, we've got a bit of that going on in the carpet right now. That's all I can smell. I tried using that odour neutralising air freshener stuff and that just only does so much for so long. It's so into the carpet, I need to get fabric freshener, spray it out and give it a real good going over. Probably when I put the toys away for the evening, when I go out to the martial arts group this evening. So I'll be disappearing for that, so I can spritz the carpet that they won't be walking on. Yeah, it's not even like an old dog damp smell. It's just that nasty old, it's gonna go all mildewy if I don't do something about it kind of smell. Blech. Some Febreze, the one that kills bacteria. I'll have to get a hold of some of that. All I've got, I call it Febreze, but it's like a cheap own brand. Well, no, it's not even an own brand version. It's like one of those cheap budget brands that you get from pound shops. I mean, it works to an extent, but I'm not sure if it'll do the, you know, enough of the job for the carpet. We'll see, we'll see. I'll have to give it a good old going over. But, yeah. The dogs have been knocking over their water bowls for the last few days. Well, I say the dogs. One of them. Ulfa, my grey husky. He's been, a little extra anxious lately. We've, attributed it, well, managed to connect it to, when Lupo starts shouting at something that Ulfa doesn't know what he's shouting about. Because then he gets anxious about, well, he's shouting about an alert and I don't know what he's talking about, blah blah blah, so he gets nervous. And so, yeah, yesterday we cleared out the space underneath the cupboard under the stairs where he likes to try and hide. We've cleared out all the stuff that he could potentially damage or hurt himself with. And put a blanket under there finally, and so he can go under there and use it as a little den instead. You got yours from Poundland? I'll have to check, because I've not been to Poundland myself. I've got a local sort of independent pound shop near me, and that's where we get our excuse me, sprays from, so I'll have to have a nosy. Because if there's one thing I know, it's the chain ones, the chain stores tend to try and stock similar things in each one, so yeah, I'll have a look. Yeah, no, Ulfa's been, so he knocked his water bowl all over the place, and you know, that's how the smell has gotten into everything, and it's a bit of a pain in the tuchus, but you know, he's not hurt himself, and that's the main thing. See, that's why we won't put him in a dog crate or anything, because he used to have one, and he broke out of it, and if we bought one that was technically more secure, he'll just end up trying to break out of that one too, and then ultimately hurting his feet, clawing at it, because they can, because if it stands, like if it's got that grating stuff and he pulls at it, he might cut himself, and I really don't want him to do that, because it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. The main reason we got the den sorted out is because he managed to get himself past the baby gate that goes to the front door, and when we opened the door he almost got out, and he's not the kind of dog that we let sort of run loose outside in public, because his recall is rubbish. Well, he's a husky, you know, it's in his breed to just run. He'll see something and just, whew, that's what he does. But yeah, he, we're just trying to find ways that he can be comfortable and safe without having to really shut him away too much. Fingers crossed this clearing of the space under the stairs will help him, because then he's allowed to go under there and we won't shout at him for doing it. So yeah, I'm hoping he realizes we've cleared it and he takes that. It's better in the long run. Hello, Jason. I see you. You probably can't hear me because you rarely have your headphones on when you come in. But yeah, dogs are lovely. It is trial and error. I guess. Oh, I see you're waiting to hear back from your landlord. Is it a house, an apartment, or? Because I know some places are a bit funny about having dogs. When we tried to move from when we lived in Ruislip, we only had Lupo at the time, and you know we had to try and find somewhere that would allow dogs, because we were looking to rent. Well, no, it wasn't rent. We were looking at to buy an apartment, a flat in a block of apartments, and because of it being shared halls and stuff, and you being right on top of one another, a lot of them were really quite funny about you having dogs or pets at all. So yeah, we eventually found this house here in Romford, and we ended up buying this one. And now we've got 3 dogs, so but yes, indeed, dogs are. If it wasn't for my dogs, I'd feel really lonely all the time. Because I don't get out to see friends very often, either due to my mental health or due to money, or the fact that I don't actually have that many that local. Everyone I know is scattered all across the UK and the rest of the globe, so that's kind of a hindrance as well. Adult life, right? But yeah, they sort of, even though I say they drive me nuts, they keep me more sane than I think I'd be if I were on my own. Put it that way. It's a house. They originally said no, but then new landlord bought the house. So hoping this one will be fine. Bit knackered, needs a bit of work doing. So if it did any damage, probably wouldn't make much difference. I'll have to pay the extra. Okay, so you're testing the waters with the new ownership then. I hope it goes your way, because dogs really do enrich your life. They might make you have to think about holiday situations a bit more, but there's more pros than cons to having dogs. Because even the challenges you face at home sometimes with them, yeah, sometimes the challenges you face with them, it's no different to, well, to really small kids, I guess. They say that dogs have the intelligence of a 2-year-old human, so they can understand roughly the similar kinds of things, or, similar levels of language, and just like toddlers, you have to make sure they can't get into everything, and the first thing they think of doing is putting stuff in their mouth, and and they often make a mess without thinking. There are quite a lot of parallels between tots and dogs. Yeah. I like the toilet training and all that jazz. And the plus side being you don't have to try and get them into a school. Right, what does this guy have? Yes, one of those. One of those. That'll do. Right, to the next level. Jeez, I am always so tired, it's really quite unfair. Why does life suck like that? Why can I never feel rested? What is well rested? I've forgotten a long time ago what being well rested feels like. Work normally hide away at home. Dog's great company. I think your boy would really adapt well to having a dog. There are a fair few breeds that are good with kids. And individuals as well. I mean, some individual dogs are just so good. I mean, I ordinarily wouldn't say to people that, you know, Shibas are all that good, because they are quite... They're challenging for people who haven't had dogs before, in that they can be a bit stubborn. But I tell you what, with kids, he is amazing. Like, when he met my niece for the first time, when she was still a wee babby, she was just this wee little potato in a little baby carrier, you know, the car seat carrier thing. And my sister had brought her around, and we'd placed the carry cot on the table, the kitchen table, and Lupo came up very carefully, very quietly, and just gently sort of stood up, had a little sniff at her toes, you know, didn't try to do anything. He was really quite gentle. And then my sister decided to put the carry cot onto the floor, and Lupo, trying his hardest not to frighten her, sort of very gently and cautiously, in not the sense that he was scared and worried about her, but he just sort of, without any sudden movements, walked up to her, gave her a little sniff, you know, and sort of nudged her little tiny hands. And he didn't lick her either. I think he was being really careful about that, but he liked her, like, and he sat with her. It was really sweet. He was so careful, trying not to frighten the poor child. And then he's met her as she's grown up a little bit more, as she's, you know, been a tot that's waddling about and getting into stuff, and he's really careful with her. He's so calm. And yeah, he did. He was so sweet, and he'd never met such a young baby before, and he was just perfect with her. And it's the funniest thing, because he's not great with strange dogs or anything, but strange humans, no matter what their size or age, he's brilliant. Like, he's so good with toddlers, strange kids, and, you know, we've trained him to sort of be used to being patted in all sorts of ways. So, you know, we've even gone so far as to give him the tough treatment. So we've simulated with him the way that toddlers will grab ears or grasp at the tail. You know, gentle tugs to see how he'd react as well. And he's really patient. He's really good. So, you know, despite what they say about breeds a lot of the time, individuals can also be totally brilliant. I mean, my huskies love kids, but they accidentally, my eldest husky accidentally knocked Skylar over. Luckily, she bounced. she just went over onto her bum. But you know, it was just out of exuberance. Didn't notice her standing there, and they were playing, and this husky bum just swings around and accidentally knocks her over. Bless. So, you know, it's all about, you know, what age your kid is and what you're used to. If you're, you know, if you're used to large dogs, or, you know, you're looking for something, or you don't mind a larger dog, I do recommend huskies. They are so sociable. And, you know, easily introduce them to other dogs usually, provided they've been introduced as puppies to other dogs. You know how you know socialization works. It's logic, really. The older they are before you introduce them to other dogs, the harder it'd be. But they're generally they're so good with people. They love humans. They love company. And they're funny. They're little clowns. They are clowns. Kids are surprisingly bouncy, aren't they? It's like they're made of rubber. But they need to be, because they are always, you know, accidentally falling over and... But yeah, huskies are colourful characters. Okay, I don't know what to do with that puzzle, never mind. Yeah, they're just big clowns, giant babies, huge puppies at heart. And they're just so sweet. They can be loud though, so you just have to make sure you've got neighbours who are, you know, able to tolerate that sort of thing if they start singing. But I love my huskies. They're quite well behaved too, for the most part. I mean, Ulf's behaviour is based solely on anxiety. It's not that he's a naughty dog. He just gets upset when certain things happen. Like if we're out and Lupo starts barking at something that, you know, we can't comfort him for, then he'll get into a bit of a flap. You know, but we're trying to solve that. We're trying to figure it out step by step. But Phylan is really, really good. I mean, he's learned a load of tricks, and he's learned without our prompting to do them without any sort of hand signals. So he'll do it by the sound alone. So he's definitely learned what the words mean. So he's got some brain going on in there. Neighbours are so old, they don't hear much that goes on. I know what you mean on that front. My parents have neighbours. Excuse me. Or at least did. They've since moved. They were pretty old. They couldn't even hear their own doorbell, and that was designed for those of hard of hearing. So, yeah. We didn't usually have many complaints if there were, you know, excessive dog noises, or if we had a party where, you know, mine or my sister's friends would get particularly loud. Just one less stress. Yeah. I do worry occasionally about the noise outlet. Considering our neighbours here, well, one side are really nice anyway, I don't think they'd want to say anything close to them. And the other side, again, really nice, but they also have a young baby in the house. I do wonder if we accidentally disturb them too often, you know. I do try my best to keep the boys from being too rowdy, but, you know, sometimes they get started and it's really difficult to stop. So I do worry. But that's another reason why we're trying our best to try and, you know, put a stop to the racket. Try and find ways to keep them calm. But at least we don't have neighbours who are, you know, vindictive enough to, like, file nuisance complaints or anything without addressing anything first, you know, in person. They're the kind of people who will talk to us first. They are nice. They're really nice. We're so lucky. We're really lucky. And we're especially lucky since the ones who moved in on one side moved in they bought the house well after we bought this one, so, you know, the neighbours who we had before we had all our dogs, might have been a bit funny about it, but, you know, it doesn't matter because they're not here anymore. They've gone elsewhere. Yeah, I know it can't be helped, but I worry. But at least, you know, at least we're all on good terms. We've got such nice neighbours. It's really difficult these days as well to be sure that you've got nice neighbours on both sides. Just because, you know, what with all the stresses of everything these days, people are often quite, I don't want to say antisocial, but communities aren't as strong as they used to be, and, you know, the whole, you know, coming together thing, it's not as widespread a thing as it was in the good old days. I say the good old days, they weren't all that good, were they? I guess that's why people banded together back then, because times weren't all that good. But that's another chat for another time. Going off on another Grandpa Simpson tangent. Speaking of keeping things pleasant for the neighbours, got to think about giving the artificial lawn a good disinfecting this week at some point, because of all the dog smell. You do the same. End up waffling into some other topic and following that thread for a while, and then maybe returning to your ordinary thread somewhere down the line, maybe like 3 hours later, when the original conversation had finished. I've done that before. Jeez, it really reeks up here of old water. I can just really smell it right now. When I put the air freshener back into our room, I'll get it back out in a bit. Yeah, it's not a fun smell, is it? It's just old stinky water. It's like I'm sat directly on a stagnant pond or something. Ugh. I don't want to spray the carpet yet, just in case Wolfie here, the dog decides he's going to sit and lick it. Otherwise we're going to end up with a dog with a very foamy mouth. And probably diarrhea later. Ugh. We don't need that. Because this dog, when he gets the squits, see, he doesn't poop in one place. He poops in a circle. Like, he'll stand there and he'll rotate his backside around as he's doing it, mid-poop. So we end up having to clear it up. So if he has the squits, it's not in just like one spot for us to clean. We have to follow it round. It's like a disgusting fairy ring of poop. You know, if you stood in there for too long, you'd probably end up getting carted away by some dung fairy or some crap. It's... So, you know, it's not a fun thing to have to deal with. Where else have I been on this map? Ah, up there I need to go. Maybe the prison switch is up there. Poo Pixie. Yeah. Away with the feces. fun time. At least our other two kind of relieve themselves in a relatively tidy manner. I don't agree. Although that being said, Lupo can't poo properly either. Sometimes when he's eating grass, it gets stuck. Like, sometimes he gets one that gets stuck halfway out, and if he's in the garden trying to do that, he will he won't try and walk around to get it to drop. He ends up with sort of sitting to one side, so he's not sort of squashing his butt, and he just waits for one of us to come and rescue him. We often have to go out with the poo scoop to yeah, and then we've got you know, shampoo wipes, doggy shampoo wipes to clean up after it as well, but I mean, what can you do? But yeah, and sometimes when he's out and about, if we're taking him for a walk and he does it, then if we take him for a walk and he does that, then we end up with having to chase him with the poo scoop to try and clear it off. Your dog sitting in, that happened, but the dog came in and sat on the floor. Ugh. Oh no. Ugh. Gross. So you had... I hope it wasn't a carpet. Because then that's extra you have to scrub. Because, yeah, that cannot have been fun. I bet you had to scrub the bottom as well. I bet that was joyous. Oh, I'm out of mana. Wood panel, so you could just... Ah, yeah. So that was a lot easier for you then. The dog was confused with it. Ha! Oh no. It's not fun when you have to, you know, treat your dogs like small children and wipe their bums for them. You'd expect them to have gotten that right themselves. You know? To have been able to at least... You know, I mean, they're supposed to be able to clean themselves. It's like the whole thing. You know, that if they were out in the wild and they ended up with the same thing, they'd have to clean themselves off, so... I mean, it's like, what? I'll go back to that vendor once I've collected some more gold. Some dogs would struggle in the wild, wouldn't they? I mean, there are some breeds, right, that clearly would not have been able to survive in the wild, that we've bred. Like, especially those ones that need a haircut every so often, otherwise they'd get horribly matted up. See, we did that to them, and now, you know, they definitely wouldn't survive for themselves in the wild. Because they'd just be bogged down in their own fur, eventually. Because, you know, most wild dogs, their fur gets to a certain length and stops. Like, you know, most human body hair, or, you know, like your eyebrows and, like, leg hair and stuff. Which I've always found fascinating as an aside there. It's like, how does it know? But yeah. Yeah, pugs as well. I mean, they are so adorable, but at the same time, they're so sick. They can barely breathe properly. I mean, you're lucky when you find ones that have a bit more of a nose and not quite as stubby. Those ones can cope a bit better, but in those breeds, human beings really have ruined them. They've got no kind of quality of life. I think, controversial and unpopular opinion, I think the pug should be allowed to just fizzle out, because it's not right. It's not nice. Same with British Bulldogs. They've been kind of ruined. Or, you know, not fizzle out maybe, but there's this thing that some breeders have done with some other breeds, and it's what they call, like, reverse breed them. So it sort of takes their genetic traits back a few steps, so that there have been some that have rebred bulldogs to be taller again and have more of a nose again, so they're not quite so, you know, they're more dog shaped again, which is how they used to be if you look at really old pictures of them, you know. So they've sort of been taken backwards. So if they unfucking them, yeah, so if they did that, you know, so pugs were just a little taller, not quite so stubby, had a little bit more of a nose so that they could breathe properly, you know, that sort of thing, then I wouldn't be so concerned about people having pugs. But, you know, and I know the pugs that are alive now need love. That much is true, and they need all the care they can get, because they're here now, they're alive now, and, you know, they need all the help that humans can give them. But they really ought not be bred to other pugs. They need to be, they need to have it crossbred back out of them. They need their traits reversing, because they're poor things. Some really are messed up. Poor creatures. Yeah, it's like there's certain kinds of German Shepherd as well that their rear ends, they get hip dysplasia so easy because their back ends are now so sloped that they end up with arthritis so quickly because they can't walk properly. They should have a nice level spine that only drops when it gets to their buttocks. But a lot of German Shepherds I've seen now, they sort of, their shoulders are here and their back goes down like that, and that's when they're standing up straight. That's not right. And a lot of them, you know, they tend to stand sort of, they usually stand like that with their back feet. A lot of these German Shepherds now are flat, like their heel is on the floor, and that's not how they're supposed to stand. So I worry for them too. There was this whole controversy on Crufts one year because of that. Because yeah, there was one with such a bad... It was very clear that he was being yanked around the ring because he could barely trot. Yeah, so that's why I sort of... I side-eye the kennel club quite a lot. on certain breed standards. They need to stop being so vain about it and think practically about the welfare of the actual animal. Some of their standards are harmful. They need to rethink them. Like, definitely need to rethink them. I get pretty heated on that topic. And I really do wish I could have, you know, taken in rescue dogs. But sadly with our first, we just couldn't. With Lupo, he doesn't take to dogs who are older than him very well at all. Because he used to be very sociable. He used to play in the park, you know, with other dogs. He used to run loose and have fun, and then there was that one time when he was playing in the park with this black Labrador who he played with before, and you know, Lupo was used to sharing, like sharing toys, and he made the mistake of trying to get the lab to share with his ball, and he got into a full-on fight. Not just an argument, a full-on teeth, claws, hair everywhere, proper fight that got my other half bitten because he tried to take Lupo out of it. It was Lupo that bit him, accidentally of course, because he was in full attack mode. Oh right, I'll see you next time then, hun. Good to chat. Hope to catch you again at some point soon. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, for the benefit of everybody else who's listening, Lupo got into a fight, and Jay had to put his hand in. Thanks, I'll see you later, honey. Yeah, so he got into this fight, and then, yeah, Jay put his hands in to grab him, but he made the mistake of grabbing Lupo from behind. Lou was in attack mode, so he just turned around thinking he was still being attacked by something else. Bit Jay, immediately regretted his decision. He was remorseful straight away, you can see it. He was like, oh crap. His head was down and he was really not pleased with what he just did. But yeah, and also Lupo had been attacked in that same area when going down an alleyway. Someone had left their back gate open, and their dog had flown straight out and launched themselves at Lou. So Lou was on his back, and this other dog was just on top of him, having a proper go. And so Lupo has effectively been ruined for older dogs. So to bring companions to him in his own home, we've had to resort to getting puppies because they are. We tried puppies from rescue centres before, but again the puppies, the personalities of them at the time just weren't a match. And you know, it's easier to introduce a dog to another dog as soon as possible, and you know, we wanted to get a puppy into their house well before Lupo was too old. So yeah, we ended up getting pups, but that worked out because puppies are more moldable, and Lupo was more accepting of them, and now we've got the two we have. On top of Lupo, so we've got our two huskies and Lulu. So you know, we've got a nice balanced house, and Blue's got some companions to play with when we humans can't be there to play. You know, it's all good. But I do encourage others as much as possible to either adopt or at least support their local shelters. Because I do attend what fundraisers I can for things like Dogs Trust. So, was there a vendor here? Yeah, down the bottom. So yeah, I absolutely support shelters, and I do encourage people to rescue if possible. But I understand that not every rescue is going to be suitable for everybody. It's a tough process. Okay, there's the vendor, but I want to clear out the other areas first. We tried so many times to match Lupo up with rescues, and he just didn't take to them, or they didn't take to him, because he's got, you know, he's a bit standoffish now with dogs of a certain age. Which is unfortunate, because he used to be such a sweet dog with others. Just goes to show that experiences shape dogs as much as they shape us. Ooh. Oh boy. Wow, I really look good. Okay, that's the map cleared. Let's visit the vendor, see what I can pick up before I hit the exit. Let's see, what do you have? Health regeneration, experience is a good one. Yes, that's also a good one. Alright, now let's head to the exit and make for the next level. I'm going to have another flying saucer. I love sherbet. Right. To the exit. Let's try and not die on this level. Avoiding as many projectiles as I possibly can. I like the Scarab of Protection, it's really useful. Turning that damage. Physical damage as possible. Got the statue. I really hate those when I'm playing as a paladin. I'm always paranoid it's going to kill me in one go. I'm always afraid it's going to one-shot me. That tends to be what happens. Paladins are so squishy against magic, it's quite sad. They can take all the projectiles that flow, but the moment it's magic, that's it. Still not doing too badly with the health points. All the ghosts. Man, this corridor where I am, not in game, but IRL, it honks. Such that damp smell, I really need to get rid of that. Really need to get the Febreze out on the carpet. Come on, you. Oh, secret room, I see. Just popped open. Excellent. Right. Statue down. Let's get this one. Come on, ghosties. Stay still. Stay still. Thank you. Right. 2 more. Okay. Almost. Not had to use too much potion wise here, which is good. See how long I can go before I have to use another. See, that's what that does. Forgot I could do that. Still quite a lot to clear in this room. Right. Cool. Great. Now my eldest husky is going to be a pain in the arse. He's trying to get my attention, which says to me any moment now he's going to start trying to knock things over and generally be a pest. I wouldn't mind, the garden's open, so it's not like he can't, you know, go to the toilet. There's plenty of water in there. It's not his food time. He's nudging my arm. I'm just hoping he goes down to that den we fashioned for him. My arm's covered in dog snot. Soggy dog snot. I wouldn't mind. I play with him plenty when I'm not on stream, when I'm not live. But you know, I mean, what more can I do? Ooh, fountain. Whoops. I keep forgetting that when I use a potion I get momentarily confused. There we go. Sequence complete. Oh look, there's the exit. Don't need it yet though. Right. Okay, so there are more enemies down south of me. Wow, I still have to clear the west side. Oh, jeez. Just made me jump. No, Ulfa. See, he doesn't do this to me when I'm not streaming. I could just be on my computer, right, and just be doing regular things, and he doesn't do this. He always does this when I'm streaming. I think because I'm talking to somebody that he can't see, he gets a little... I don't know how he gets a little. He just gets a little. It's really not helpful when I'm trying to do something. It's entertaining. Because he starts making a ruckus. And then it happens all the time on my stream, and then I look like a grumpy git. And I often have to come away from the game as well, which really isn't helpful. Yeah, so fun and games, right? This area down. Bits here. Now where? Just this southern bit, I think. I need a drink. Not even an alcoholic beverage, I just need to hydrate myself. Whoops. Well, I didn't do very well there, did I? Right. Okay, so... to the exit, I believe. Yeah, there isn't any vendor here that I can see. Yeah, I was always going to get struck by that. I'm starting to get achy. I'm going to have to sit back a little. Let's reorient my chair a little bit. There we go. Right. And he's back again. Wolfer, go find your den, baby. Go find your little den. myself somewhere safe. I need to remember where my crosshairs are pointing. That's not. What is it? They keep spawning. There we go. Right now, what's in here? Coin behind, didn't I? Okay. It's down. Don't want to use my potion if I don't have to. There we go. Haha, you missed me. With. Don't have any bronze keys. Now that's a pain in the bum. Just when you think you've bought enough of them, and you end up with not having enough at all. I'm glad the arrows just kind of lose some of their momentum along the corridor. Zap. That wasn't very hard. Man, this hallway smells so much damp. Really need to spray the fabric refresher. Ugh. That's a big diamond. Gonna die. Oh, joy of joys. Come on then, ghost faces. Thank you. A great threat, my backside. Yay! I just jumped into my group conversation with a few of the martial arts students, so I go to classroom. Yeah, I just added something cool to the conversation. Because, you know, it's what I do. Right, one more statue. I'm not doing too awful with this wheel so far. That's it, just walk into me. That worked out better. Sorry, just a fun reply. I won't read these out because it might be embarrassing. Zap, zap, zap. Zap, zap, zap. Oh, crap. At least I know there is a fountain nearby, so I can replenish my potions before I leave. And that's the important thing here. Just keep my potions up. Diddly 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 dee. Cool beans. Collecting the cash. Adding to my stash. Southwest corner and this middle part. Alrighty. While I'm here, excellent. I cannot wait until my energy drink supply gets up. So hopefully I won't be yawning constantly on stream. I believe that is everything. Let's head to the exit. So I don't have a key for that chest. And yet there's a bronze one, I already used that. Am I going the right way? Yes. Oh well. You know what? I'm going to hold on to that. Take the risk. Okay, that's one down. Oh, there we go. Haha. Gonna say, gonna try and not get poisoned, but it worked. Right. Now I've got to try and handle this level on my own. At least I'm not dealing with ghosts. Just these weird orby things. Eyeballs. Basically lots and lots of arcane magic. Ah! I got a feeling I'm gonna die. Use a potion this time. Remember, corners are my friends. Okay. Oh, hello. Yay! Thank you, Imp Face. My paladin, I can't just run into these and break them, I have to physically break them, which is a pest. Projectiles. Some big glowy ones. Okay, good. That's useful. passages open up somewhere. Oh, I can hurt those through the walls with this axe. That's brilliant. That's good. That'll thin some numbers. Now that I know this. Eyeballs don't frighten me so much, because they're just physical attacks. It's the magical projectiles that are a pain. Keep an eye on my health. Munchy eyeballs everywhere. Special up there either. Itchy. That's what happens when you're wearing ear cups. Your ears get hot sometimes. I was up there already. What am I doing? Let's go to the east side. Determined to explore every nook and cranny of this place. Quite a big level, though. extended the level sizes through the fountain. Great threat, is it? Where? That'll do it. Oh boy. I'm aware of that one. Luckily. Just the debuggy type button thing. Yeah. Gotta remember where my crosshair is. Chapter 1, Blood Pact. Got you, didn't it? Fountain. Probably need to use that a few more times before I exit this level. potions. Definitely gonna use those before I'm done here. Keep having to use my potions. Explored the whole map. Yeah, pretty much. Itchy. Okay. Right. Just got a couple of you guys over here. Before I do that, fountain. Don't be silly and lose the opportunity. Definitely need to pick up some rewards. Very foolish to leave without that. There we go. I'm going to take a short 10-minute break. I will be back with you shortly. Use this time, go get yourself a new beverage, go visit the bathroom, whatever you need to do. I will be back with you very shortly. Stay crispy. And I am back. Just had to go sort out a couple of dog-related things, but all good now. Right. Shall we carry on? We got to floor number 2 of the archives. So let's see. That's it. Corners are our friend. Ooh, especially when that happens. Jeez. Okay. Arcane bomb. Ah! Eyeballs don't scare me. Right. Those only cause confusion if I recall, so that's not too scary, is it? Let's just clear the surrounding area. Let's clear it down there as well. Good, nice and handy. Let's go around here. To remember to use the opposite direction keys when confused. What does that do? Okay, whoops. That was smart of me. Right now, this way. Blasted wizards, come here. magical against the magic brick. Makes more sense that way. Save your mana. Oh, hold on. Need to take this call. Okay, 1 sec. That was nice, short and sweet, wasn't it? Yes. That was my other half calling to see if I was going to class tonight. He is teaching. So of course I'll be there to support. As usual. Ooh, level up. Superb. This is one big old map. Whoops. Accidentally triggered my magic, which meant that I could then use the fountain to recharge. Oh yeah, I have to go all the way around. Okay, now where? Well, I've been all the way to the bottom corner. You didn't last long, did you? Okay. Right, okay, so over here now. Ghosts while I can. minutes or mana, just provided I don't let myself die. Cool beans, cool beans. Passages have opened up everywhere. Meaning I have to revisit parts of maps. Parts of the map. One big map. Oops. Key there now. I see. Love to know what these are all about. But no matter. Oh. Where does this go? Guessing this room is at the top of the map. There's a wild stab in the dark. Yep. This level is like one big maze, is it not? It's just sprawling. Oh, there's a key. Not a useful one at all. Even that one. Embrace the dark. I think we are pretty much finished with this map. It's the next level. Darn confusion. Right now, where does this one go? Oh, this is new. Okay, good. And I don't need to revisit the fountain either, so let's just head for the exit. There we go. Right, last floor. Wow, this is big. Switch down here, so I want to hit that switch. Whoops, I accidentally used a potion. Never mind. No fountain on this level. Oh well. Just have to be super careful. Try and clear the north out first. Died on that one. Just keep it together, Wulfric. You're doing alright. Where does this go? Not a hugely dangerous room. One in the north, which is what I'm trying to clear. Where's this one go? Divine transformation. Okay. So I believe that's all the books. There earlier, took that swirly thing. Careful, we said there's some ones around making a huge racket. Mess. Whew. Right, where am I? Let's go up and around to where that, I guess, is the monolith. I do like to try and levels out completely of all enemies and cash. So just gonna make sure I cover every base as well because of the secret passageways that apparently pop up. Right, so this is the top. The northeast corner's done. Switch there as well. Really don't want to die at this point. I've come so far on my own. I'll use that word in a minute. I realise the monolith's power is going to disappear shortly, but this is a big map. I needed all the help I could get from it, to be honest. This way, let's see. Okay, now where? We should go down here. There's another word that sort of little. Did I use this one? just north of it. Not very useful then, is it, that one? I like it shows you when you've used them as well. Right, now I've just got to clean the south part out and then I can head for the exit. That just reminded me of one of those kids programs we used to watch in school. With a magic pencil. Write letters with it. All the way round, up, down, flip. That was backwards, wasn't it? But you get the gist. I see when that's opened. Let's clear this bit first. This and then the exit. Hang on, there's another switch. Open anything useful. Can't see anything immediately useful to me that's opened up. Thing I am going to do though is I need to visit that minecart. I need to drop the stuff in there because otherwise I've got a lot I can lose. Right. Now exit. Where are you? Right. Trixie boss fight time, if I remember. Yep. But first, now open up any of these walls I can manage before we start. Another one. See any more. Okay. Yep. All right. entirely sure how it helps, but if they're there to be broken, I'm going to break them. I'm assuming it allows more of the fiends to come find us. See the board. I guess I should open it. Incomplete. I really don't understand what the difference is. Oh, these are the hard. This is the hard room. myself some mana over there. Next one, where's the book? Try this one again. Skull to see where they're away. The other one in the south I need to get a hold of. Go pick up more of those health and whoops, and I accidentally used a potion. Never mind then. I keep doing that. I keep wasting my potions. Yeah, it has to be, because I can't waste time on anything else. Phew, I almost died. Oh, right, I can't go and collect any health pickups. No, I can't go over there. That's annoying. Right. And here, I'm afraid, everybody, is where I'm going to have to leave it, as I have to dash off. So, thanks everyone for joining me here today. It's good to be back. I'm really quite pleased that I had the energy to do this today. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I'll be back again tomorrow at 2:30 UK time with, let me see, what is my game for tomorrow? Where's my schedule? My schedule. Okay, tomorrow, Diablo 3, new season, season 14. So that's going to be next. So that's tomorrow, which I'm quite pleased about. New season, something to get my teeth into. Really looking forward to that. Then it's Thursday. I'll be playing House of Da Vinci. House of Da Vinci. That's I think that's a point-and-click adventure game. So I'll be doing some of that. And Friday, as usual, Final Fantasy 15. So Final Fantasy Fridays will be back to normal. If you've not been here before but enjoyed what you saw, please do hit the follow button above. Maybe consider subscribing. I will be so grateful. I'm doing a giveaway at 10 subs. Doing a giveaway at 10 subs. So let's get that number going, shall we? Let's get some subs up there, and then you guys can have yourself a chance of winning a Steam voucher. I haven't figured out how much for yet, but I will arrange that. So Steam voucher giveaway at 10 subs. Right. And what else? Yes, before I go, I'll remind everybody that this channel is supported by Razer, Humble Bundle, and FatalGrips.com. If you go through my links below at Razer, you'll be supporting this channel when you buy all your awesome gaming gear from that amazing company, like this beautiful Mamba Tournament Edition mouse there, complete with dog hair. At Humble Bundle, if you purchase your usual bundles, your comics, your books, your games, and your subscriptions, you'll get all those lovely games supporting charities as well as this channel at the same time. And at FatalGrips.com, at the checkout, using my exclusive code WulfricValerius, there at the checkout you'll get everything at 10% off, and that's a pretty good deal to me. So, yes, I really hope to see you guys tomorrow. If not, the next day, hopefully next week. I'll be back to usual next week, with any luck. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me here at Geek and Potato Soup. I've been WulfricValerius. Stay crispy, my spudlings.